we are here to check out all of the incredible things Team Spruce Hill and all of our trade partners have been up to for the last couple of weeks. Let's go check out and see all the incredible things our team has been up to. One of the things that I look at this stage in the game when we've got the framers on site and we've got things going on up here are how straight the fascia boards are. Now, what's a fascia board? That's the white piece of material there that your gutters are typically attached to. So I like to just stand right underneath it and eyeball it. And this looks pretty gosh darn straight, right? I mean, the way that it needs to get done is you set up a string line, you put a little spacer there so you can check things and check for consistency. But I can tell you, I'm just looking at barge board here. The barge board or fascia board is the rake stuff, and then fascia board is the straight or horizontal stuff. And we're looking really straight. Well, let's go inside and take a look and see what other great things are out for us. I'm in the pantry. Now, on the floor here, we've got ABS and cast iron drain pipe. Why do we use cast iron drain pipe on our projects? Sound transfer, right? If you live in a home and every time you can hear the toilet flushing from whoever's upstairs using the bathroom, your house has been plumbed with ABS. It's so loud, it's so intrusive, and it's so obnoxious. Yes, it costs more to use cast iron for your drainage. But you know what? You don't hear every sink running, every shower running, every toilet flush. I mean, is it perfectly silent? No, but it's really darn close. Like, it is a significant upgrade from just ABS. Coming in here, right? We've got all of our drainage going in the wall. And now you might be saying, hey, Eric, what the heck are you guys doing there over at Spruce Hill? Why do you have drainage in an exterior wall? To which I would say, well, that's a really good question. In this particular case, on this particular house, the reason we can get away with it is we have 4 inches of outboarded GPS insulation going on the exterior of this home. So we are totally protected from freezing on the inside here. Good to go, golden, no issues whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, this is cast iron. That horizontal trap arm there, also cast iron. Good times, lots of cast iron. We are now upstairs and it is pretty hard to kind of see whatever the heck is going on up here because there's bracing going one way, there's materials other places. It's a busy place. There's lots of things going on. Can't really wander around and show you a ton of what's going on, but you can get an idea of all of the different things that are happening here. Like the guys built a temporary platform to build this roof out here. Should be good to go. No problems. We've got a bunch of 1/2-inch ply over there to throw on the roof. Fall protection, you can see that. Now, let's head downstairs and have a look and see what's cooking down here. Okay, so in here and down here, we are putting in insulation to just act as both a thermal break and a pour strip for the concrete. I think Thursday, the spray foam company is coming and they are going to put down about 4 inches of 2-pound insulation onto the ground here. And we're gonna roll up here with about 1/2 inch just to cover this over. There's an interesting detail that we had to do to make this existing foundation wall work and make the seismic requirements of the structural engineer work. So this is a bit of an interesting one. This is as atypical as you would ever get for a basement, but nonetheless, putting insulation down here first and then bringing the concrete up on top works like a hot damn. It really, if we go with spray foam on the floor, you're really gonna struggle to get a better air seal. And you'd be surprised how easily air moves through the gravel and comes up around bath fittings and toilet stacks and that sort of thing. So if we get everything spray foamed and locked in here, we can really make sure we eliminate any leaks coming through the concrete floor. I mean, it's obviously not coming through the concrete, it's going around things that are coming through the concrete, but nonetheless, coming through the floor. So we like to use spray foam on the ground. It works, makes sense. It's different, but it works. Try it out. Like, one of the things that we've got going on all over the place are fans. And you'll see as we start to get the roof on this house, we'll actually have a lot more fans spread throughout the house. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to move air around to help dry out the lumber, right? We want to make sure that this lumber and the plywood are as dry as humanly possible before we start battening things up and locking things down with drywall and insulation and everything else, right? So we just want to make sure that we are in good shape for that. Now back here, we've got these weird random boxes just sitting on the ground. Well, these are gonna be for posts that are gonna be supporting a deck, which is also gonna be supporting a roof above that. So these are actually pretty freaking large footings, 4 foot by 4 foot. That's not the biggest footing we've ever built, but it's, you know, pretty darn close. That's a big footing. What's really cool are they're gonna get these neat sort of Roman columns that are gonna go over top of the actual frame post. It's gonna look really, really cool. Can't wait to share that with you. So anyways, we're getting ready for that. Fingers crossed, all things going well, we pour concrete next week. We are now down in the backyard and we are at the future garage foundation. One of the things that I like to do is, you know, before we pour concrete is make sure at least 2 of our project managers have a look at what's going on here. And so what I mean by that is the PM that's running the project plus one other, be it myself or one of the other guys, has a look and just make sure everything's hunky-dory. So, you know, something that I'm looking for is any of the rebar touching the plywood on the inside here? Because if it is, it'll be showing once the concrete's poured. So we want to make sure that we have 2 inches of concrete at a minimum between the edge of the plywood and the rebar. Coming around here, right, we've got this all locked in. These are rental forms. This metal flat bar here is whaler bar or flat bar. And you know, these rental forms are such an effective and efficient way of forming concrete. Like everything just happens so fast with them as compared to like forming everything custom and using cone ties and whatever else. Like, and I like the fact that, you know, all of this material gets used over and over and over again. They just have to coat it with a little bit of canola oil and you're off to the races. It's a great system to have these rental forms, and it just pulls everything together and it just makes life super simple. So we're not quite ready for pouring in here. There's a whole bunch of wall straightening and bracing and whatever else it needs to go. But like I said, fingers crossed, if everything goes well, we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hopefully we pour Monday. If not Monday, it'll be Tuesday. So we showed the use of a turnbuckle on the framing. And some of you guys in the comment section were like, oh, well, those turnbuckles are only used for concrete. Well, here is a turnbuckle being used for concrete. And for you really observant viewers out there, this puppy is way more rusty than the last one that we talked about. They don't need to be, you know, satin, freaking gold plated, polished. No, they're used for concrete and framing in the rain, in the weather. They're gonna get rusty. It is what it is. Still works, nothing wrong with it. Well, that just about wrap things up here at Villa Famiglia for this week. Listen, we are so grateful for everybody that chooses to check us out and watch our content. If you are thinking about building a home, adding a second story to a home, and don't forget, like, you know, from the second floor up, it's all new, never existed before. If doing something like this is something that's in your future, you want to significantly improve your home or build a new one, we would love to talk to you. We would like to help show you what our process is, how we go about doing these things, and what sort of wonderful things we can do for you, your family, and your home. In the meantime, I am so very grateful for everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. In the meantime, stay awesome, everybody.